Hey guys, it's Zachflintstone. This is from my Plat game Week 1 versus Blunderful. We are on Stag Party. I used L'Étranger, Spicicle, Deadringer, basically the whole map. We had scrimmed this map a ton. I found this loadout to work the best usually. My team had had a lot of problems with this map, but we practiced a ton, like we've been practicing for weeks. So we're lucky enough that this was the first map of the season. We had plenty of time to prepare ourselves because this map was very stressful for our team. We nearly broke up over it, but we got everything sorted out and we had a fantastic game here. As you can see, I got the heavy the first play. I just wanted to make sure something big went down first. I rolled down on the right because that's usually the safest way to go. And I'm over here by the sniper deck. A lot of my duty on this map is just to make sure that the sniper goes down and to make sure that the buildings go down. And I move in for picks when our team is distracting them. Due to how wide the map is and how open the map is, it's best for me to just be behind them. I can just hang around on their bats all day with the ammo and metal and health, I mean, that's back there. I'll go for the sniper and the tellies all the time here. And so I'm just basically being a pure annoyance to them, and I'm diving in when I need to. Now this was my first platinum game, so I was nervous, obviously, for a lot of this. And I did choke on a couple stabs. There are a couple stabs you'll see here and there that I absolutely should have gotten, but you know, like I got overexcited and I missed the stab, but it'll happen. You'll see when it happens, but I make up for pretty much everything badly that I do. I'm always keeping the teleporters down. This engineer loves to build them, and I'm just making sure that they go down. There was one of those stabs I was talking about. Absolutely should have had it, but got out of that. I don't remember if the pyro kills me here or not, but I ran Spicicle because just due to how wide open the map is, it's very, very easy for pyros to kill you here. And I'm just using that to help keep me alive so that I can play as aggressively as I can. Despite how little the damage the L'Étranger does, I still love using it, and most of my kills will be from it. I think in this game about half of my kills are with the L'Étranger. And I just use it to you get your ammo when you shoot it. It helps you get out of stuff. I shot that teleporter there just so I could get my DR recharged. I'm going to be feigning a lot. Basically, I'll be double feigning whenever I can. It'll just help. Here's another stab that I should have had. Again, but I got out just to help due to the Spicicle. And again, this was just the first round. We got a lot more collected after this happened, but here's the sniper. I didn't have my knife, so I just had to shoot him down. One downside to the Spicicle, I don't generally like running the Spicicle, but the good thing about the L'Étranger is that you can still kill snipers in 3 shots, even if they're full health. You just gotta get close enough to them. You gotta make sure that your shots land. It's very important that you keep the snipers down on this map. I do spend a lot of my time going after them. But our sniper is doing a fantastic job, so I was just helping out with that. Our team had crits in. Basically both teams were running crits most of the game. I think that we stuck with crits the whole game because it was working for us, and Blunderful had used crits. I think they went to Uber at one point later on in the game. But basically, you gotta know where the ammo and where you can abuse dispenser spots are. All the dead teammates will just give you metal. It really helps to play Deadringer on this map because if you're using Inviswatch, you can use it. I have played a scrim successfully with it, but there I missed a stab and I just made sure that the teleporter went down because I knew it could get out of it. But again, Spicicle has helped keeping me alive. I don't remember if I get out of here or not, but I lost my train of thought, but making sure that the dispenser will give me my health back. Oh yeah, I was talking about Inviswatch. So yeah, Inviswatch can work here. There are a lot of decent places to decloak, but just with my playstyle, I like to be behind them, I like to be aggressive, and I like to be annoying. So this is helping me the most out for that. I got flashed to crits there, got an extra bit of 90 damage from the scout. Not exactly sure what happened there, but our demo had done a nice bit of work there. Big demo map. I've seen the demos doing a lot of damage, a lot of kills on this map just due to how it works out. Sure, a lot of you have practiced this map a lot, but here I called that they were coming in. I wasn't really in position for a stab, and I just kind of went for something. I knew I could get out of it. Calling the heavy's health. Big thing is I'm always calling out the health and things. I decloak behind stuff so that I can get a little bit silenter decloak. So the sniper didn't even notice me despite the fact that I decloaked very close to him. Just because I had a nice little wall in the way, and we had won the first round there. Immediately I'm disguising as the medic, checking what Uber they're running. They're on crits again. I do this once per round unless we suspect that they were changing. Again, I'm rolling out the right. I found this way to be the safest route I could take, because they all either go bath or that way, and see, I was completely fine. I was really worried that the sniper was going to throw Girardi on me, but he didn't. So I'm still going back here, even though that I know the sniper's not there, just so that I can get the ammo here. That ammo is great for just, it's pretty much the only ammo that's on the side of the map. I'm shooting the pyro just for some extra damage on him, because I noticed he was very hurt. The L'Étranger doesn't do a ton of damage at this distance, but it's sufficient. So he didn't die, but yeah. Again, shooting the heavy there just so that he can take some extra damage. Just putting a little bit of extra stuff out because I know that our scout's gonna rush in for them. And there are some times that like people are damaged and our scout just comes in. It's fantastic. Another stab I didn't quite get because of the way he was facing. Oh, Zach, you're missing so many stabs. You're bad. I understand. Like, you know, stuff happens. You gotta be prepared for. It happens. You know, it happens. They had just crits here. I'm just shooting at them just so I can get my cloak back. Our team has had some problems with spies in the past, just because we get a little bit carried away with stuff, and the spies just seem to get the best of us sometimes, but we've been working on it a lot, just making sure. Our soldier's just waiting there. I had just called out that there was a soldier in the bathhouse, and so he's just hiding there. The flank is very important in this map. You gotta make sure that your scout and soldier are working together to help control bathhouse. You won't see me in bathhouse much in this game. That's not really where I like playing from. A lot of spies just like to hide in between the on the walls there with a cloak and dagger or something, but that's just not what I like doing. I don't find it very effective. I'm very hurt here, so I'm retreating for health. I didn't go for the dispenser because I was worried about taking damage from the point. And I didn't immediately grab the health pack because I was just making sure that my scout didn't need it, but yeah, I think he died to it. Just getting a little bit of damage off from the soldiers just so I can get... Shooting before a feign will always help convince it. And I'm taking the extra dispenser ammo. I love double feigning, as a lot of you have seen. I'm just going to be decloaking whenever I see ammo, just so it can get a little bit more confusing, especially given that having how long of a cloak time you have when you're running the L'Étranger. It'll really help you just... you can get really far and your feigns are even more believable. And again, I just love it for this map because of how big it is and you need the cloak. I'm taking down the teleporter every time I see it. That is pretty important. I think that teleporters are a little bit underrated because that's what's going to keep the team's presence. And if they're down and we start killing them with a crits or something, that's going to stop them from getting up. So I'm just shooting at them, being annoying, because when you're using Deadringer, you can't really move in until your team is distracting them. I knew the scout was going to come for me. Got a nice little easy trick stab there. But and I'm just going right back again for the teleporter. It's annoying to them. The dispenser, the engineer is not going to have anything to benefit off of. And now our team's pushing in, so that's when I go in for the med, tap the mini, and I just get out. So that's a big thing that I use with the Deadringer here. Just kind of that strategy. I'm just always waiting behind them for this to happen. Stab on the heavy, getting down the buildings. And see, now that we just killed all those people and they don't have the teleporter, they aren't going to get out very soon. Just getting a little bit of extra damage on the scout, calling that he was behind us. If the flank gets... We were trying to control the flank as much as we could because, like I said earlier, that was an issue we were having, but we were really keeping it solid. So this demo is going to come back around. I'm just waiting for him and calling him out. Now I'm rotating to the right just to see what's going on over here. I noticed the pyro. I pull out my gun first so that I can get away without losing my knife unless I have to, but he did eventually light me on fire, so I had to use that. Luckily there's always my dispenser on this side. This is a great dispenser spot that I always encourage our engineers to use, because it'll just help the spy get the ammo. When I was playing pyro on this map, I'd be spamming flames, and that would just allow me to keep doing that. Again, going for the sniper aggressively. Still not too hard to take him down even with this gun. Though you kind of have to keep your distance when you're you're Girardi'd. A lot of spies get too close to snipers when they're Girardi'd. And this pyro was on me. He already got my Spicicle, so I knew I was going to die, so I'm just making sure that the teleport is going to take a little bit extra damage. Because notice how the engineer unsapped it from the spawn. So that teleporter still went down. So even though if you know you're going to die, you need to make sure that you can get something out of it. And that's either when you want to just try to get a little bit of extra damage out or something like that. I tried to stick with our medic here because no one else was there to protect him, and that'll help him get an extra. He'll be at 10% by the time he gets to the point, and that helps. And I'm just kind of scoping out the area, and disguise is a friendly, so I can just kind of see something will trigger my feign, and it'll be a lot more believable, such as, except I disguised there, so the scout saw me. My soldier's there to protect me, so I'm just calling out that the med is hurt. No one came for him, so I just shot at him and made sure that he went down. And so now that the med's down, they can't really continue the push, given our presence. I'm going to miss the demo a ton of times, and then I'm going to get sniped here because I got too greedy with the dispenser. I noticed that it was low health, and I didn't see the sniper there, so I wanted it down. That wasn't the greatest decision on my part, but my team manages to clean up here after the med had gone down, so especially if the demo was so hurt. So our team is doing a great amount of damage, and so I don't even get to mid by the time we win. But that was the end of round 2, I believe. Another good one. Lakeside was played to first to 4 wins. There's a half point at 3, so after this round I'll have to queue up the second demo. But again, disguising as medics, checking their Uber. I ran out mid. I think I always try to run right, but like for some reason I just always walk straight for this. It doesn't really matter, but see, again, by not doing that I got my spicicle set off, which is why I should have gone right. So that was my error, but by the time I'm behind them, my spicicle's basically back. Notice how far I can get with a L'Étranger full cloak. I've got my ammo back with that ammo, and I'm looking for the sniper right now because I know I can't really move in. But they don't see me, so I'm going in and making sure that the med goes down. The crits does as little as possible. Getting the demo as well and immediately bring out my DR. You gotta have fast reflexes there because the spy could have killed me. Just when you know that you're done with what you're gonna kill, just bring out your DR. You don't need to die to random stuff like that. Walking around with my gun out, shot the engineer down. He was very hurt. Again, it's just good for picking off low damage targets. Even though, again, sniper took 3 shots and he was dead. And just keeping him down really helps. And that way our sniper can just be in charge. I saw the demo there, and I just got a little... I knew he was going to lead in, so I just walked around the corner at an angle, got a corner stab on him. Big pick for the demo, so that's most of their damage output. I'm calling the med's percentage. Whenever you see my mouse just go on the medic, even whether or not I'm shooting him, I'm calling out his percentage so that my team can know that they have an advantage. Because one thing that we were noticing that we had to call the med's positioning a lot more, so that we could just know where to shoot at them. I'm not really sure what happened there. I was intimidated by the spy and I went for this shank for some reason. But again, I'm just kind of waiting back here. I'm checking to see if they have a teleporter first. Probably wasn't the best decision because the soldier just walked out and he killed me. The teleporter does go down, I believe, but it would have been better for me to just go back for the sniper. But either way, at least I got something out of that. I probably should have been pressing tab and just checking, but what I normally do is I just sat the teleporter, I immediately shoot it so it goes down very quickly and I get my cloak back, and then it is feign, but I was just unlucky there. So my bad, but walking out mid, just trying to get a little bit of damage on the scout, and getting a believable feign. They just crits, so I'm just making sure that I'm clear out of it. And they had gotten our medic there too, so I'm just they're gonna keep control of the point, so I'm just waiting for that and making sure this mini goes down. And no one's going to come to shoot me due to their positioning as of a second ago. And also this ammo pack's great. Snipers usually like to sit here, but their sniper just wasn't there. So noticing that I always shoot the dispenser down. The sniper almost got me there. So again, not a great decision by me, but that's something I'll normally do. I'll just be shooting at the guns in the buildings, just so I make sure that they're down. And I can annoy the NG as much as I can. Notice the pyro here and I back out and I see him keep coming at me, so bring out my spicicle and I just hold my strafe so that I avoid his flames. I was not pressing W at any point there. I think I still died after this or something. I don't remember what happened, but oh yeah, I noticed the sniper. He shot me and I'm just kind of walking really funny so that he doesn't shoot me, and I did get out of that. You cannot have predictable movement when you notice that a sniper, like, at no point did I look at the sniper, but I knew he was there because he shot at me. So I'm just making sure that I'm not gonna die to something stupid like that. And I sat the teleporter so I could get the ammo. So I'm about to fail stab something, but I know I can get out of it because I sat the teleporter. Again, Spicicle helps me get out of that. So even though their Pyro was spy checking a good bit of the time I was by the combo, he didn't really kill me that much because of the Spicicle. So I really don't like using this knife because I don't like having, like, at times when you don't have your knife I feel very vulnerable, but just for this map I just felt that it works, you know? Like, it's okay to not have your knife because there's so much you can just shoot at. Here, I was just basically dancing around that heavy because I wasn't sure how much damage our scout was going to get out on him. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen in that situation, so yeah, I just kind of died to him. That wasn't really a situation I could have really gotten the stab realistically, just because he was aware of me and just the positioning I was in at the time I had jumped. Probably would have been best to just keep shooting at him, but I doubt I would have killed him. So yeah, that wasn't the most useful life of mine. I'm not pursuing the spy, I just called out that he's there. You can hear our Pyro just going after him. And I call that they have crits. I think at this point our med wasn't sure if they had or not, and so I'm just going for them. And there was a time that I lost my knife when I could have gotten a stab. So that's pretty much the only time the whole game that trade with the Spicicle wasn't the best, but I get a believable feign, and I just kind of plow right through them. There's nothing to really call me out. There's nothing to really stop me here. And I got all the way to the health pack, so again, just, I love this gun. I love this gun so much. So, checking for the teleporter, immediately getting that down. Now they can't get out. I always shoot the teleporter, so that I make sure that it goes down faster. I know this is Heavy is not seeing me, so I'm going for him. I'm going to sap the dispenser immediately after. Just make sure that all their, I believe I got a ton of destructions this game, and that's understandable because I'm always just kind of toying with the NGs on this map, because they have a bigger role than I think a lot of people realize. Although the dispenser's not the most important thing, it's something, and I can just go back for it and get the ammo afterwards. So you might not think it's as important as you might consider, but it can help you out at some point. So just go for it if you know that you're going to be safe, of course. I noticed the demo's really hurt, just shooting at him. My Heavy cleans him up. Shooting at the scout as well. I knew that they had seen me, so I'm just backing out. I'm calling the Heavy's health, because my engineer was going to pursue him, but I told him to get out because he was too, he had 130 and that was a bit much. And the Heavy kills me as the round ends. So yeah, there's that. Top scoring just based off of all the destruction. But now that was the end of the first half. I'm gonna queue up the second demo. Oops. I'm holding my mic in one hand, so one sec. SP match. So part 2's loading up. No, I didn't record this live, of course. I mean, I recorded the demo, but so here we go. So we were 3-0 at this point. There's one more. It was first team to 4 wins. We readied up pretty quickly after the after that round, so we're just kind of keeping the momentum going. I did roll out right this time because I knew that was working better for me. Although the Pyro had adjusted his positioning just for me, it appears, because the Pyro had gone left every time. So that was kind of odd. I'm calling it the demo is completely destroyed, but with everyone there, I don't feel safe just going for him immediately, so I'm still getting the ammo and stuff here first, and then I can shoot at him. The sniper sees me, but the Pyro is protecting him, so I'm not really going in quite yet. I'm seeing what the Pyro is doing. I noticed that he's really hurt. I'm just trying to get some shots on him. I got very close to killing him, but I'm not going to pursue that because I would just die to it no matter how hurt he is. So I'm just making sure, but he did have to retreat for that, which is good. So that's keeping them out of the way. Calling out the Heavy, I noticed the sniper here. I'm just kind of blending in because there are a lot of people here, and yeah, see the sniper was checking, but here the scout got me because I wasn't expecting him, and I should have had my DR up, but he had just jumped around, but our soldier got him with a nice rocket. We have charge. We had gone Uber at this point because we just wanted to play it safe, I think. Chris was good for aggression, but we just wanted to make sure that we were protecting ourselves. And the Pyro Uber in just helps clear the point. Not sure how many kills it gets, but it does just kind of help us protect that. Again, just kind of surveying the point, seeing what's there, shooting at whatever there is. I noticed a sniper dot on me, so I'm just kind of avoiding that and calling it out. I want to make sure that our med doesn't die to the sniper. And I'm looking for him over here because I wasn't really sure where he was. He never really went that way. And I noticed that the scout's shooting me, so I'm just kind of waiting for the DR. I noticed the pyro's there, so I back up. I don't just W in there, I just gotta wait first. And I'm checking out what's out there before I move in because I know I don't want to die here. And the pyro hadn't seen me behind this wall. And I still wasn't going in there because I was still worried about the pyro. I saw the teleporter before I walked off, so I wanted to make sure that was down first. And I'm getting the mini as well because the minis are kind of hard for our team to get it at a distance like that. Getting the demo on the point as well, so the point's clear for us. And like I said, the minis can be very annoying, especially if the NG is wrangling it. The med had seen me, so I'm just kind of helping my scout get some damage on him, and he dies. I couldn't really stab him from that position, but it was big enough distraction for him. And I'm just retreating to my point to get some health and ammo with the dispenser. I don't normally have to retreat like this, but it's just good and it's not too far out. It's similar to Lakeside, how I like to camp our own dispenser. It's very important and I love it, but I just said Lakeside, I meant Viaduct. Viaduct dispensers are very good. I love Viaduct for the same reason. And our team's just putting out a lot of damage. We're very far forward. I'm shooting the soldier because he's extremely hurt, and I just told him to shoot at him. I see the sniper, so I'm moving in on him, but I'm keeping my DR up because I'm not sure what he's doing. Yeah, I knew he was going to shoot me like that, so, but I had decloak, so I'm just making sure that the teleporter goes down. Unfortunately, it doesn't, but I did get out. But yeah, if the sniper has not taken a shot and he sees you, just keep your DR up until he shoots. That's when he's vulnerable. And I would have died if my DR was not up, so I was just making sure of that. Keeping the team distracted. I see the engineer here. I'm about to decloak here. They have 5 seconds left, so they have to charge out, so I'm just waiting for someone to walk out on me. And I'm moving in now for the... I stabbed the Razor back, because he... in here, I was just waiting to go back for the sniper, because they had like a second left, and the scout comes and kills me. And I think at this point, we had expected to win by this point, and our med had just went and tried to uber-saw the sniper. So they almost captured the point back, but we had enough players up to just keep at it. So that was kind of a very silly ending to a game like this, but everyone just kind of diving in their last efforts for it. But so that was the end of our Platinum game. Really great game. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Hopefully I can upload some POVs in the future. Yeah, and ask me any questions as you see fit. See you guys next time.